Hello, I am Miriam Emeka Amadi. Welcome to NTA Channel 5 News. Activities in and around the Kubwa roadside market are gradually picking up after Friday night kerosene fire explosion. Hawa Gimba has an update.
A visit to the scene of the Friday night fire incident shows some traders whose shops were affected trying to salvage what they can.
There are a lot of illegal structures, but because government knows that this means of livelihood, that's why they allow some of them. But don't overtake advantage of that. Like these places, when they say, don't all those extension projections is completely wrong.
There are some things that is not supposed to be in the market premises, which we all know. Like, for example, the tank that caused the explosion. But selling on the road paths, me personally, I'm against it.
While some victims who sustained various degrees of burn have been discharged and recuperating at home, the Chief Medical Director, Kubwa General Hospital, Muhyiddin Lasisi, gives an update on the remaining victims.
She's been doing very well. Apparently, she's the only one that is with us now. Most of the other people are discharged. Then the very critical ones, they are moved to the trauma unit of National Hospital. And we have maintained contact with them. They are doing very well.
Ngozi Obinna, one of the victims of the fire incident, is still on admission.
I'm fine. I pray that God bless them.
The roadside market is being cleared as directed by the FCT Minister of State, Ramatu Tijani. Hawa Gimba, NTA News.
Meanwhile, no less than 9 persons have lost their lives in the Friday's kerosene explosion in Kubwa. FCT Minister of State Ramatu Tijani Aliyu, who monitored victims at the National Hospital, says she has seen a maximum improvement on those with lesser degree of burns. Ifeanyi Zumba reports that the minister personally requested to see victims' personal nurses for logistics, and she's synergizing with the hospital for their bills.
FCT Minister of State Ramatu Tijani Aliyu personally donated to the victims' personal purses for logistics and is synergizing with the hospital on their bills. Those with lesser degree of burns are responding to treatment.
We've lost 2, one about 98 degrees and the other one also above 90. We have 2 more that are still above 90 degrees burn. But we've seen recovery, tremendous recovery from those at least below 50. Some responded, some are even eating now. Residents and indigents of the Federal Capital Territory and the agencies all that turned out in mass. You can see they've not relented even as it is Sunday. They are all over the place. Some are praying for them and some are also, going into support with their widow's mite. But we also want to appeal, in as much as we love them so much, to do more in prayer than in physical.
And those that still have percentage above 50, 70, we are still trying our best on them. Their own pace of recovery, of course, will be lower than those ones with lesser degree. But the management authority is all aboard to ensure that the necessary steps that need to be taken to ensure their speedy recovery is being taken.
Chairman, Bari Area Council, John Kabaya, while appreciating the FCT Minister of State, Ramatu Tijani Aliyu, for her kind gesture, stressed that the council is working out modalities to assist victims.
That is the sick persons. We have given them some assistance. Even right now, I've deposited some money to them.
The FCT administration affirmed that government and relevant agencies will look into the kerosene explosion to ascertain the root cause. In Abuja, Ifeanyi Zumba, NTA News.
Medical experts say regular exercises, adopting healthy lifestyles and consuming balanced meals are key to living a fibroid-free life. This was a message rolled out at the Feminine Health and Fibroid Network Awareness Roadwalk in Abuja. Sarafina Okon Umekwe reports.
Looking pregnant and not expecting a baby can be disturbing for some women, as medical records say 7 in every 10 women in Nigeria have fibroid, and it is one of the contributory factors to childlessness, deaths among women with persistent bleeding, frequent urination, and unbearable pains. This statistic display is not just for entertainment, but campaigns on awareness creation for women going through various health challenges with main focus on fibroid, as women and girls of ages 13 to 20 now suffer from it.
Women discover, or young girls find out early about this, and they can start to manage it early, knowing what food to stay away from and what food to eat. Honestly, the fibroid can even shrink. So it's not a death sentence.
I don't know of any other thing, but I think what we really need as Nigerians, as women, is to eat very well, do more of exercise, and you're good to go.
Fibroid, they say, is not a death sentence, as early detection is key, while abstaining from self-medication, especially taking of antibiotics, as it does serious harm to the uterus.
When we meet with people like this in this kind of a gathering, we share ideas, we learn more, and then that enables us to know how to take care of ourselves as women.
Let's say like 80% most times is hereditary, and then most times is the lifestyle. Most people have STDs that they don't get to treat. There are a lot of, it's like a series.
The charity work termed Walk and Talk from the Feminine Health and Fibroid Network is not only aimed at supporting women to wellness, but also aimed at removing stigmatization on feminine health. The work, which kick-started at the Unity Fountain, Abuja, proceeded to the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs and then terminated at the Unity Fountain. In Abuja, Serafina Okon-Umekwe, NTA News.
Now, latest on COVID figures from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, as of 7th November 2021 indicates no new case of COVID-19 in the FCT. The number of confirmed cases stands at 23,363, while active cases now 2,058, and the number of discharged cases stands at 21,083, and 222 deaths have been recorded in the FCT. Every employee is expected to plan his or her retirement during the time of service and not wait till after retirement. This was the Council of Director, FCT Area Council Staff Pension Board, Nazenden, in an exclusive interview with Mariam George Jitubo.
Retirement life should be such that will change one's lifestyle for good, as it goes beyond living service to living in prosperity. Pension Reform Act provides payment of pension after attainment of 35 years of service for all contributors under the defined contributory scheme. 8% of the employee's salary is deducted and remitted, along with 10% of the employer's contribution, which makes it 18% of total salary of the worker, as stated by the Director, FCT Area Council Staff Pension Board, Nanzing Indeng.
This money goes into the retirement savings account, and at the attainment of 50 years or whatever age after that, the officer can access the money in respect of a lump sum and a payment of a pension monthly.
Nanzing Indeng says government is looking at social protection for pensioners and expect them to plan and invest their accruals.
Plan ahead of time. In fact, not only for retirement alone. Whatever you want to do, you must plan. You know that, okay, you are retiring in the next 1 year, next 2 years, next 5 years. No one needs to tell you that beforehand now you should have a livable place, not a big mansion, but a habitable place. Then you should know that you should be able to understand your health status. Even if you are given 20 million, you are supposed to put it in a soft investment that will bring income for you in terms of salary that you are used to continue to enjoy.
He further revealed that PENCOM has put up an argument at the National Assembly to the fact that pensioners should be paid in lump sum so that they can invest in businesses that will better their lives. Mariam George Jitubo, NTA News.
You're watching NTA Channel 5 News at 1. We will be right back after this break. Stay with us. Thanks for staying. Intending passengers of commercial vehicles in the FCT have been assured of safety as the National Union of Road Transport Workers pledges readiness to ensure travelers get their destination safely. National Secretary of the union, Asogwa Anthony Chukwudi, says no increase in transport fare this Yuletide. Safia Norma Uche has more.
Deputy General Secretary, National Union of Road Transport Workers, Asogwa Anthony Chukwudi, says the union is a disciplined one and will not condone any act of recklessness from drivers, more so drunkenness.
We assure the populace that we are going to do our best to ensure that there won't be increase. Even though the union or motorists generally have been under pressure quite a while, knowing fully well that it's the same price we have been taking when the price of fuel was at 97 naira, it's the same price we are taking now that it's about 165 naira. So we are the most vulnerable, so to say. Nevertheless, we see it as a sacrifice.
He said the union holds monthly meetings with stakeholders like the FRSC to ensure that their drivers abide by rules and regulations.
We know that there are people who cannot easily afford, and we know that transportation in Nigeria, 90% is by road. Therefore, as an organized labor, the trade union will ensure that people don't suffer necessarily because they want to go home. However, that's the much we can do on our own part. The government has its own part to play in terms of insecurity, in terms of bad roads, and others.
He, however, advised people to always make use of designated motor parks to avoid falling victims of the bad eggs in the society. He then lamented the rising cost of maintaining a car while calling on government to checkmate the issue of insecurity on the roads. Safia Norma Uche, NTA News.
Adequate knowledge of digital world provides the opportunity to create wealth and acquire the required technological skills for 21st century survival. This is the position of experts at the Youth Sensitization and Empowerment Program on Digital Skills organized by Al Habibia Islamic Society under its project Eat Halal program. Abdullahi Ajia has more.
In this hall are focused-minded youths who have come to sharpen and enrich their digital knowledge from the Al Habibia Islamic Society project Eat Halal, which is the second phase of the organization's sensitization campaign against corruption. The intent of the organizers, as explained by the National Chief Imam, Ustaz Fuad Adeyemi, is to empower the youth with the requisite tools to make them independent and wealth creators.
Prepare youths for the future, and that future starts today. How do we now change the mindset for us to have a much more organized youth and to have an assured future? And that is what we are trying to do today. These children, as they are leaving this place, they begin to change their own life positively to be able to be financially dependent, even of their parents.
The lecture introduced the participants to many unique opportunities that the internet provides, such as creating content and marketing of products, which in turn generates income.
The 21st century is the digital revolution, isn't it? Everything is now gone digital. So the youth should not be left behind. So there are a lot of avenues for them to explore, for them to move on, expand their horizons, broaden their life, increase their income and earning potential. So if they can use those, devices, those equipments at their fingertips, they will be in places where they've never imagined.
I'm so excited because this is the first time for me. So I'm looking to gain more experience.
These skills will really help someone's life, especially someone like me.
I hope to improve my knowledge on it from this program.
The organizers say there will be more programs to monitor the progress of these participants until the desired result is achieved. Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
The Inner Wheel Club International Apo branch empowered women through skills acquisition in selected vocations. This is a demonstration of the 2021 theme, Strong Women, Strong World. Deborah Gaza Jamaica reports.
Inner Wheel Club International encourages women not to be over-dependent financially on men. In this regard, Nofisat Olaide from the National Biotechnology Development Agency advised every woman to thrive and be productive member of their immediate environment by picking one vocational skill or the other.
We have been able to ensure food security in the country. We collaborate with other sister agencies to go about ensuring that one of these mandates is brought about.
You will see, and then the knowledge that they have acquired here today and yesterday will now help them to understand whatever it is.
Service to humanity is the hallmark of the Inner Wheel Club International.
You are able to empower a woman, you will be able to, those children will not suffer because you know that educationally they will be better off.
Beneficiaries of the 2-day basic training in poultry farming, snail farming and yogurt production were full of appreciation for the privilege which is going to profit them in the nearest future.
Thanking this great international body for making out their time and effort, contributing the resources to see that this program is well organized.
I actually bought some birds for Christmas. I bought 10, but I have 3 left. That was the more reason why I came for this training.
I want to be on my own, self-employed.
Deborah Gazajim Micah, NTA News.
The National Youth Service Corps NYSC has organized a cultural carnival to reawaken the consciousness of Nigerians to the importance of our unified country with a view to achieving national growth and development. The carnival, which held at the NYSC FCT Permanent Orientation Camp Kubwa, Abuja, featured display of traditional attires, food and dance steps from different cultural groups in Nigeria. Rosemary Motaleng Bila reports.
Jonathan Drugoma, a youth corps member, hails from Imo State and representing the Oba of Benin. Benin culture shows the unique and beautiful diverse culture Nigeria has. He says there's no better country he would love to be identified with than Nigeria, thanking NYSC for the opportunity to learn new cultures and meet new friends.
Embrace diversity amongst ourselves because we are still unified under the term as Nigerians.
For my platoon 3, we are representing the Fulani culture. We have people from different regions.
The fact that several people from different tribes, different culture come together to represent a particular country, a particular tribe, is something that, yes, can actually make a country a better place.
NYSC FCT coordinator Suleiman Abdul says the carnival, which is held during every orientation course, is to allow corps members to showcase excellence, creativity using the instrumentality of platoons and also reawake the cultural consciousness among Nigerian youth.
To the orientation course program a few years ago by the management of the scheme is aimed at reawakening the cultural consciousness in Nigerian youth. It also serves as a platform for cultural exchange and integration.
The cultures represented at the carnival include Bagi, Igbo, Hausa Fulani, Yoruba, Benin, Tiv, Nupe, Igala, and Idoma culture.
An intelligent wife.
Platon 7 was announced as the winner of the Basi Stream 1 2021 Cultural Carnival. Rosemary Molteleng Bilal, NTA News.
Intertribal harmony played in Abuja as friends and well-wishers joined Uche Genti. The SND were one of the FCT in thanksgiving to God over his recent appointment as the board chairman, Nigerian Building and Rural Research Institute. Deborah Gazajimaika tells us more.
The All Souls Anglican Church, Akko Amak Estate was filled to capacity to join in the joy over elevation in life endeavor. The event, supported by friends of Uche Agency, demonstrated interreligious and intertribal harmony, strengthening peaceful coexistence. Vicar of All Souls Anglican Church, observed the role of church institution in peace building, emphasizing that what is dearly needed at the moment is unity of purpose.
To understand our potentials, even as God-given children. As a husband, there's so much you can still do as a husband. As a wife, you can still do more. And even as a child of God.
Irrespective of tribe, religious affiliation, guests converge on the residence of Wiche to unwind, celebrating the architect of human intelligence.
Look, there is a need for us to interact and unite so that we can better understand each other.
Tribalism, religious sentiment is not the answer in Nigeria.
To see every Nigerian, anywhere they are, to look at it as a home and see how developmental process can come through him into that place.
They are speaking with one voice in this our kingship, and that's why you can see all tribes in this service today.
Henceforth, Nigeria is one, and there will be no more disunity, and unity will continue to be within us.
The ceremony highlighted the need to always make a difference in all endeavor.
Only political processes that has actually kept us where we are. And until we get back to the basics, until we think well that Nigeria is greater than any individual, we think well of what we can do to develop this system and not what we
And on the sports scene, let's join Ahmed Abdulrazak on Sports Brief.
Super Eagles assistant coach Salisu Yusuf and Joseph Yubu and other officials of the Nigerian Football Federation will depart the country today for Morocco ahead of the November 13 World Cup Qatar 2022 African qualifying series between Nigeria and Liberia. Suicide Jubril FC are champions of the third edition of the five-star grassroots football. The team in the final defeated Tio FC 3-1 to defend the title they won last year, while Bojman beat Amaxin FC 2-0 to claim the third place. The stakeholders commending the developmental football that is fast-growing stars.
If we consistently do this, it's simply an opportunity for the nation to know that, okay, there is an archery that will consistently breed talent from the grassroots. There are a lot of talents in Nigeria, and then when we explore them locally, you can actually have that synergy between them when they start playing together.
I came in, I met the third place playing, and I actually saw two players and I confronted them. And I said, no, these guys are good. They can go with me to the World Cup.
Kamaru Usman still stands as the best pound-for-pound fighter in the Ultimate Fighting Championship after defeating Kobe Covington in the early hours of Sunday at Madison Square Garden in New York, USA to retain his UFC welterweight title. With Sports Brief, Ahmad Abdulrazak, NTA News.
And just before we go, a quick reminder, get COVID-19 vaccination and continue to stay safe. That's the news. We thank you for watching. Good afternoon.